y'all, it's Mikey. Welcome to the farm. So glad to have you here with me today because I have a special treat for you all just in time for your Thanksgiving meal and the best cranberry sauce that you can have with your turkey. So a lot of us tend to run to the store and buy that canned cranberry sauce every year for Thanksgiving. I don't know about y'all, but that's what we've had for years and years and years. And I found a delicious cranberry sauce recipe. I wanted to share it with y'all. We are going to be making apple orange cranberry sauce, homemade, y'all. Hope y'all try this recipe out and come along with me today. It's very simple and easy to make, and it will feed your large groups for Thanksgiving. All right, so as you can see, I've got all of my ingredients out ready to get this started. And I have a smaller size baking dish. That's probably about 8 by 9, 5 by 9, somewhere around in there. It's just a smaller baking dish. You're gonna need a half of an orange, 2 cups of water, which I already have in my saucepan on the stovetop. You are gonna need 1 tart apple. And right here, as you can see, we have a Granny Smith apple. You'll need 3 cups of fresh cranberries. So before you get started with this, I would suggest going through your cranberries, washing them off, and discarding any of your soft cranberries. You'll also need 1 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. All right, y'all, I have my farmhand help in the kitchen today. He is going to be my assistant. So I'm going to be giving him instructions on how to make this cranberry sauce. And hubby was just telling me he was looking forward to it again this year. I've been making this for probably, well, since we've been married. Yeah. Probably about 13 years now, y'all. And I will not go back to that canned cranberry sauce after you try this. There's no way.
No, this stuff is so good, y'all. I mean, I'll take like my mom's rolls and put a piece of turkey on it and a big spoonful of the cranberry sauce and eat it like a sandwich. It is so good. It is really good. And it's just something different. I like trying different recipes and things and kind of get outside the box a little bit. So hubby, the first thing that you're wanting to do with your orange, we only need a 1/2 of this orange. So we're going to cut that orange in half. And then we're going to squeeze the juice out of the 1/2 of the orange and set the juice aside. All right, y'all, when she told me we needed to squeeze the orange, I was just thinking back to our last video or the video before that when we went to the antique store and there was an orange juicer sitting right there on the shelf, and I looked at it. So now we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way instead of having a juicer. And I washed my hands before this video.
That's a good thing. Looks like you're doing a good job there. I don't know if we need a juicer or not. Pretty strong hands right there. Squeezing the juice out of that orange.
You don't need none of the pulp?
What we are going to do now is discard all the membrane out of this orange. So you're wanting to take all that membrane out of your orange.
Not certain if I can do it like that or not. Probably not.
Because what we're going to be using on this orange is the peel of the orange. So once we get the membrane cut out of it, we're going to be taking this 1/2 of orange and we are going to be cutting the peeling of the orange into small pieces. Just dice it up.
That sounds good.
So he's got those peeled, and we're gonna take those pieces and we are going to dice them in small pieces.
All right, so you don't need any of the orange pulp?
No, the membrane, you are going to discard of the membrane. So what he's doing right now, he is just cutting strips, and then we'll just dice those into like little cube sections. And we are going to be placing this in 2 cups of water in a saucepan on your stovetop.
Kind of like slicing celery up.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, this is actually, I believe, one of the best parts in it. I love when you eat pieces of orange in it.
Mm-hmm. And gives it that little bit of tangy
But
flavor.
the sugar makes it sweet, though.
Sweet, yes. And the apple gives it the tartness. So you got that tang and tart and sweet all together in one. Okay, so we've got a half of orange peel all cut up and diced up. And hubby, I don't know, try to show them. Those are small dices. So what we're gonna do now is add this into 2 cups of water in our saucepan. And every year, I think my favorite thing about cooking this is the aroma that it gives off in the entire house. Oh my goodness, it is just fabulous, that smell. So I'm going to turn this on high heat, and once it comes to a boil, I will let that boil and cook for 10 minutes. All right, so it is at a boil. So hubby, if you will set the timer over there, we're gonna let this cook for 10 minutes. Starting to smell good in here, y'all. Okay, so while we're waiting on this to boil, we're going to go ahead and get our apple cut up. So we need to cut and core the apple. And as y'all can see, we have this handy duty little apple peeler and core. It does it both at the same time. Makes it so much easier. You peel and core the apple all in one shot.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. And whenever it's finished, your apple's gonna be in like little ringlets.
Yeah.
So it makes it a lot easier to cut too, but we've got that cored, and as you can see, there's a little bit of peel on it, and we'll just get that off. And we'll cut those up into 1/2-inch dices. So hubby's gonna finish getting the rest of this peeling off of here, and then we'll show you once he gets that finished.
I was cutting them up. I left a few of them big, y'all. So that's about just 1/2-inch chunks.
This one right here. So the other one, just go ahead and cut that a little bit smaller. Okay, so our 10-minute timer is going off. So we are going to get all of these orange peels out of our saucepan, and we're going to drain them.
So drain the water off of them?
Yes, we're gonna be draining the water off of our diced oranges.
Okay. Put them back in the pot?
Yeah, you can throw them back in there. And this is what I love about making this, because it's not messing up a whole lot of pans, and everything else is pretty easy and simple to make, and doesn't make a huge mess in your kitchen, because I'm sure y'all know Thanksgiving, the amount of work that goes into it, and the big mess that ends up in the kitchen after cooking that big old meal.
What, you talking about the 10 hours of cooking and takes about 15 minutes to eat it?
Yes. Yes, sir. So we're gonna just set that to the side right now. I still got my burner on, because we are going to be putting that saucepan back on our stovetop in just a second.
Okay.
All right, hubby, so our next step, we are going to place all those apples that you diced up into our saucepan with the orange peel. All right, so go ahead and get your orange juice poured into your saucepan. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is add our sugar. So we're adding 1 1/4 cups of sugar.
So both of these?
Both of those, they're already pre-measured out. So that's 1 cup and 1/4 of a cup of sugar. All right, hubby, the next thing that we are going to be adding is 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon.
Level heaping.
Level heaping. And those that do like cinnamon, you can add a little bit of extra if you want to. It's at your discretion. So it looks like he put a big old extra heaping of cinnamon.
I like the cinnamon, and I know you do.
I do too. All right. And then we are going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of your ground cloves.
Fourth of a teaspoon?
1/4 of a teaspoon.
Now, clove I don't like, y'all.
Clove is good. And that's what makes everything smell so good too.
Yeah, it is.
I love cloves.
It's like you're cooking a pot of potpourri.
All right, so the last thing that we're going to add is our cranberries. So we have set aside 3 cups of fresh cranberries. You want to use fresh cranberries. And what we ended up doing, we bought 2 bags of these fresh cranberries. And that is, I can't read it, 12-ounce bag of cranberries. And you might just...
I believe it would come up, 12-ounce bag would be 4 cups. But y'all, it depends on the cranberries. All these had to go. They're mushy and we couldn't use them. We actually lucked up this time. I remember last year when we made it, about almost half of them were mushy and soft and couldn't go.
Yeah. So when you push on it and that cranberry is soft, or you have any bad ones in there, those are the ones that you want to discard. You do not want to use those. You want to use your hard cranberries, y'all.
Yeah, so I go ahead and buy 2 bags of them so you'll know you'll have enough of them to make 3 cups, because you never know how many you might have to throw away.
All right, so we are going to add that into our saucepan. And we're going to put it back on the burner on high heat and let that come to a boil.
So Just put them back on the burner as they are with no liquid or anything in there? Do I need to stir them up before I put them in there?
Yes, you can stir those up together, but no, we are not adding any more liquid into this because that sugar is going to start dissolving and those cranberries will start popping open, and that's what's going to give you your sauce mixture. Once that sugar starts melting down and dissolving and your cranberries start bursting open, that'll provide your liquid sauce for you.
Y'all, I don't know how to describe that smell. It smells so good. You just want to eat it like ice cream or something. It smells really good.
But y'all, look, doesn't that look good already? I'm telling you, this is absolutely delicious. And this is coming from somebody that does not care too much for cranberry sauce, but I will definitely eat this. And like I said, we used to tend to go for the canned cranberry sauce every year at Thanksgiving, and
yeah,
there is absolutely no comparison
there's
to anything that is homemade. And this is such a simple and easy recipe to follow.
Yeah. This stuff smells so good. I can't wait to taste it. Y'all, let's get a little bit of juice in there. And if y'all can see the juice.
So y'all would think that after my cabbage making video that hubby would understand to trust the wife on the amount of juice that comes up while you're cooking. So anyway, I tell you, and this is another recipe, y'all, that I've made, like I said, for 13 years. But hubby has not been in the kitchen with me while I was making and preparing. So he doesn't understand until you do it yourself. But he's fixing to get educated on making some homemade cranberry sauce. Okay, y'all, as you can see, the sauce has come to a boil. We're going to reduce the heat down to a low heat. We are going to cover this with a lid, slightly cover it. And we're going to let it simmer gently and stir it occasionally until the sauce thickens, the apples are tender, and the cranberries have burst. So we're going to be cooking this on low heat and slightly covered for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so while this is on simmer, you do want to keep stirring it around occasionally because you don't want it sticking to the bottom. And just keep an eye on it and check it. But if I can get a scoop full, y'all, oh my goodness, those cranberries are bursting, those apples are getting tender, and it has just got the best aroma going on in this house right now. It just smells like the holidays. Y'all, this is how I always do my cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving every year. So hubby, what are you doing?
It smells so good, y'all. I had to make another batch of it. We had the ingredients to make it. We wasn't sure how much it was going to take, the cranberries and all, and we just happened to have 2 oranges and one more apple, so.
And another bag of cranberries?
Yeah.
So we're gonna end up doubling this recipe now, y'all. Hubby wants to make sure he's got plenty of cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving.
It just smells so
but
good.
This sauce actually will feed approximately 20 people. And you got about 15 minutes worth of prep time. So, like I said, a very simple and easy, quick cranberry sauce recipe for Thanksgiving. And y'all, this cranberry sauce is so good. You don't just have to serve it at Thanksgiving. You can serve it up for Christmas dinner or any time of the year.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, the timer has gone off. This has cooked for about 15 minutes. So we're gonna turn our burner off. Gonna give it one last good stir. But y'all can see that did not need any extra liquid. All that sugar dissolved and the cranberries burst open. So now we're gonna just transfer this over to our baking dish. You want a heat resistant bowl or dish to transfer this into. I'm gonna spread that out.
I might have to taste this tonight.
Yeah, that makes a pretty good, decent amount of cranberry sauce right here. And what we're gonna do is we will pop this in the refrigerator overnight for it to thicken and gel up. And then that's gonna be some amazing sauce. Oh my goodness. That is delicious.
All right, y'all. I told her I got me a spoon. I'm just gonna take me a little taste. I just gotta try. It smells so good.
Let me know what you think.
That's good. That is really good.
Y'all, it's not even thickened up yet. It's still hot and warm. It hasn't even been in the refrigerator yet. And hubby is fixing to make him a chicken salad croissant for supper. And he said that he is going to be putting some cranberry sauce on his chicken salad croissant.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get me a little bit and put on my chicken salad sandwich. I got a croissant with some chicken salad on it, so I'm going to steal a little bit of this. Just a little bit, because we're making another batch. And put that on there.
That's a good looking chicken salad croissant there with that
I know that's gonna be good.
homemade cranberry sauce on there.
That's gonna be good. Let me take a bite of that. Y'all, I don't even know how to describe that. That's like heaven on earth.
All right, y'all. So here is the almost finished product, minus sticking it in the refrigerator overnight for it to thicken and gel up. And that's your homemade apple orange cranberry sauce. And if you try it, let us know what you think. And also share with us and all of our other viewers your favorite recipes for Thanksgiving. We appreciate y'all coming along with us today as we share this fabulous apple orange cranberry sauce. We hope y'all try it and enjoy it just as much as we do. We hope y'all are safe out there. Y'all take care. God bless.
God bless.
Y'all come back and see us soon.